Thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to be here on the show. I'm truly honored. Now, of course, normally I would ask our guests an icebreaker question, which is who's their favorite sports team. But in this case, I'm going to tell you guys who's my favorite sports team is, and it is the Chicago Cubs, Major League Baseball, which they are like by the time this podcast comes out, the Cubs will have clinched the NL Central Division, and this is going to be awesome for all of us Cubs fans, which had the opportunity to see many here in Houston last weekend. So that's all I have to say about that. So now of course, Eren McKay, can you share about your company, McKay Social?
Yeah, sure. McKay Social started off, well, actually, I had been doing SEO for quite a while, but I didn't really put my name out there because I just wanted to do SEO for my own niche websites. And I was a part of several SEO groups that masterminded in SEO. And when certain things started happening, like the Penguin update and other algorithmic hits, I saw how I should be putting all of my eggs into the SEO basket, but rather some of my eggs in there, and I should diversify. So I started to study social. And just by spreading word of mouth, people started wanting to hire me to help them out with their on-page SEO and organic SEO, not PPC, and with their social. So that's how I started off. I really started off as an SEO, and then I just I'm kind of both right now, but I don't build backlinks. I do on-page SEO, and I consult as to how to create a content strategy so that you attract links to your website, which is the way that Google's webmaster guidelines says that we're supposed to be getting backlinks naturally.
All right. So now when did you how did you what led you to start your company? Like did you just was it natural for you to be an entrepreneur, or was it by accident?
Well, I live in Brazil, South America. I'm Brazilian. My husband's Brazilian, and I have 3 children. And I wanted something that I could do from home and that I could also build upon. So I was very attracted to the thought of SEO because back in 2006, 2007, a lot of people were saying, oh, SEO is a passive way to earn income, so therefore you can build an empire. If you get enough pages ranking, you'll get income passively, and so therefore you can build upon that. And that really attracted me to SEO. Nowadays, we know that it's not really passive income anymore, and that it is highly unstable, and we have to constantly be working. And even at that time, it wasn't passive because you always have to be ahead of the game, ahead of your competition. So it's not really passive. SEO is not passive. Social is not passive. You have to continue working at it. Sure, you can build a somewhat of a passive income, but there's a lot of work that goes into it before you can get to that state. But what led me to that was mostly I wanted to be able to work from home and still be able to cater to my family's needs. So that's what led me to SEO. And then with all of the changes with Google, that kind of led me into social. And plus, naturally, I'm more a social. I'm very much of an extrovert. So I love social. So it was just natural for me to, be in the social realm, talk to people. That's what I love doing. So that's what I
All right.
started doing.
Awesome. Now, can you share with us what are the changes that's happening in SEO and social at this very moment?
Sure. One of the things that people that start a business online or have a website or an e-commerce site, they get very frustrated because SEO and social constantly change. And, once, I learned this strategy, it's working, and then you wake up one morning, that website that you were doing the strategy on changed something in their terms of service or in their internal algorithm. And all of a sudden, something that was making you lots of money dies from night to day. And that's something that going into the online world, you have to be ready for. and embrace change. That's the mindset you need to have, because every day there are changes being made. We have to understand that social media websites are businesses that need to sustain themselves, and they will make whatever changes they deem necessary to make more money and to keep themselves sustainable and get their stockholders also happy, right? So they will do whatever it takes to make themselves money, and sometimes that's at the expense of you and me, and sometimes even at the expense of users themselves. I'm not going to name names who does this, but it's all about what makes money. There are some websites that are a little bit more mindful of users than others. I have to say, there are some social media platforms that care more about the users, but there are some of them that just absolutely do not care at all. All they want is for advertisers to get more money, and they will do whatever it takes to change the internal algorithm so that your posts don't appear to your audience. And so you just have to embrace it and just always constantly be thinking, what's the next step? What's the next strategy? I wanted to share, for example, something that recently changed in Twitter. I'm going to throw this. Twitter tweeted out in their support recently about the fact that they are changing something. And if you go to their blog, New Ways to Control Your Experience on Twitter. I'm going to put this in the sidebar here. What happened, and a lot of people don't even know that this happened, but what happened on Twitter was that Twitter automatically turned on for all of their users a little check mark called quality filter. Okay.
Oh, really?
Yes. They turned on quality filter. So everybody's Twitter has this on, and they were testing it last year. And now they just simply rolled it out for everyone. So everyone automatically has this quality filter setting on. You can turn it off, but most people don't even know it exists. So most people are not turning it off. So if you go to the blog, you'll see that what they're saying is that in order to improve the quality of the tweets, they are turning on filters for low quality content. And what they deem as low quality content are duplicate tweets. In other words, if you tweet out the same link twice, they may filter that out to your followers. Content that appears to be automated. That is a very gray area, because we know that a lot of scheduling apps like Hootsuite Buffer, that's an automated scheduling. And it seems like by this article that they're going to start filtering that out. So the first thing I would say is, if you don't want Twitter telling you what to see in your stream, I would go into your settings and turn off the quality filter. But also I would think about going to Twitter and real-time tweeting instead of, and not duplicate tweeting either, so that they see your account as high quality. And in order for your tweet to have the maximum exposure, then make sure you tweet out at the best times. A lot of people don't know what the best times and what the best days are. If your audience is in the United States, 80% are of the United States population is in Central and Eastern time, and 50% is on Eastern time. So you want to always tweet at the time that they're mostly on. And I also I can look through here and find an infographic that I have that tells you exactly what's the best time to post on social in general. Wow. So I'll put that in here.
Okay, definitely. Well, of course, like by the time this recording comes out, I'm going to share it out on the podcast, and they will see what you're talking about, which it's really interesting, because it's like, social is constantly changing, but the fact now it's like, like, for example, like that, like in a article, one of the things that, like in 2017, the predictions is going to be like pay for social. And we already seen that with one, you know, which you guys are watching right now on Facebook Live. You have a pay for tweet, and it's like other social media platforms are going towards that. So how can like say how can small business owners, you know, or solopreneurs, or like people who are like, you know, are career professionals, you know, stand out from the noise if their messages are kind of like, you know, going towards like the pay for pay for play basically.
Right. And Facebook has already been pay for play for quite a while right now. But we're seeing a tendency of other huge social networks such as Pinterest and Twitter and other places start to go towards that also. I'm going to put the link in here for solopreneurs, you know, for you guys. Co-Schedule grabbed 16 studies to create an infographic of what is the best time to post on every social media account. So every social media platform, I mean. So what I would say for small businesses is number one, there has to be a moment where you decide, okay, I'm going to invest in advertising because that just makes things much faster. If you can invest in advertising, I would highly suggest learning how to advertise and really targeting your market, micro targeting it to the point where there's a lot of return for your investment. So you don't just throw out an offer without super specializing it for your specific market. And so you need to study your target market. You need to create split tests with a small budget just to see what's working better. Ask your target market what they like the most. And then once you gather all that data, you do some tests with a small budget. And then once you find one that's getting you a return for your investment, then a campaign, then you go ahead and start either a Facebook campaign. If you're a small business, I don't recommend doing a Facebook campaign to grow your likes. I would recommend doing a Facebook campaign to grow your email signups, because likes on Facebook pages doesn't mean that your audience will see anything, whereas an email sign up, you have that, you own that, and no matter what Facebook does, you're not going to lose that as long as you back up your list. But I would definitely, if you're a small business and you don't have enough money to grow your likes at first, I would grow your email list. And then from your email list, ask them to like your Facebook page and like your other social stuff. You know, there's a lot of work that goes into making a small business function online. All these marketers and stuff that try to say, oh, it's easy, blah, 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 but don't believe it. It's total, absolute hogwash. It's not easy. Just like there's a saying that says it takes a village to raise a child. Well, it takes a village to create a successful website online. That's a fact. And anyone that tries to tell me, oh, so-and-so did it alone, look at their backlink profile. How many people are linking to them? How could they do it alone? Oh, they had to get people to know, like, and trust them and link to them, or else they are not even going to rank for anything. So there is no such thing as doing it on alone. You need to connect with people that are like-minded, and there's no reason to brown nose. This is one of the things that really makes me nauseous, is when I see people brown nosing influencers. There's absolutely no reason to brown nose. If you don't like someone, just don't be around them and find people that you do like, because that will come naturally. And that, you know, focus on building a relationship, and it may turn into business something, it may not. Don't be worried about that. Care about friendships first, and people will start noticing that you're not in it for the money. You really care about other people. And then people will start supporting you and helping you because you care about others. It's just be a good person.
I love you. I love this. I love everything that you're saying, you know, because that's exactly what it is about. You know, it's like, because like for example, I'm going to mention this, and You guys should check out this book called Stop Chasing Influencers by Jared Ezek and Master Constable. They wrote the exact same thing, like what you're mentioning. Growing your business and also growing your podcast. You should not go after the big name influencers, but go after the people who really are in the same level as you are, and also, try to build that friendship first before in order to, create that authority per se, paraphrasing, and that's the way how it's supposed to be done.
And the thing is, you may end up having big name influencers as friends. I have big name influencers as friends, and I didn't set out for that. I set out to just build real friendships online. And then, even the way that I won the contest of SEO Woman of the Year, I didn't even know a contest was happening. It's just that when people had SEO questions, they would come to me. I would help them out so much that they threw my name into the SEO contest. And when I woke up, everyone was like, "You're winning the SEO contest." And I was like, "What? What SEO contest?" And they just put my name in there. And, and then I ended up winning it overall. They waited a while to make sure that all votes were counted, and I won overall. Once they realized, oh, I'm there, you know what? I'll tell people about this and see if people will vote for me. And because when you help a lot of people want to help you back. It's natural and of good people. I mean, bad people, there's nothing you can do to make a bad people want to do a good thing, bad person want to do a good thing. But good people want to do good things back. So try to surround yourself with those people.
All right. Now I got to ask you this question here. Can you share with us how you grow your email list per se? Because I know like many of us are trying, myself included, is trying to grow my email list for my business. And it's like, social media is great, and I'm, doing I'm building great friendships with people. But, of course, the rubber meets the road when you have to convert it to your email list, to get people to trust you. So can you share with us how you grow your email list?
So, like, most of my time is with clients' email list. So I do have an email list. I have actually 3 different ones, but I don't have a lot of time to grow my own because I'm working on clients. But I can tell you what I do for clients that really works. So the first thing that you need is a landing page that is absolutely fabulous. If possible, put video above the fold, where you're just talking into the camera and telling what your future subscriber is going to get if they put their email in. And of course, give them a gift that is valuable. And so they'll actually want to put their email in. People are tired of the word ebook, but you can say, a kit, or, this e-course, or whatever it is that you decide to create for your subscribers. Make it super valuable and super nichified and targeted for your audience. Make it something that people would actually pay money for, so that when they subscribe and they get this, they're like, wow, I didn't pay anything and I learned so much. And so, the landing page should have, if possible, video. And there should also, like at the end of the video or even at the beginning, there should be, the person should look and point to the email subscriber sign up. Because studies have shown that if you look not forward, but like if you look to the sign up and you even point to it, the heat map, people's eye go towards the sign up. So, look at the sign up at the beginning of the video, make that your standstill. And then if they click play, you can turn around, look at the camera and end telling them to sign up and looking that way, so that their eye will be geared towards that. Tell them what they're going to get. So I would say, when you're interacting, let people know about this landing page. On every blog post that you write, you should be directing them to your landing page. So there should be a link inside of the blog post saying, check out more about my free kit that I'm going to offer you. But at the end of every blog post, have a little box where you are looking towards the email sign up and with what they're going to get. So I would definitely have your face, because people connect to people. And that's one of the things that I tell a lot of businesses. They want to use logos, but logos are okay, but you'll see a lot more people following you and interacting with you if you actually have a face instead of just a logo. I understand sometimes you have to use the logo, but on social, it's best to use a person's face if possible, because people don't want to be sold to. They like buying, but they don't want to feel like they're being manipulated into anything. So definitely have the landing page all ready to go, so that when you do a Facebook ad campaign, the landing page, and also try out different images for the Facebook ad campaign, different landing pages, find out what works. Think about your color scheme, because color has a lot to do with your target market and how they're going to receive you. But definitely, one of the things that I've done is on the Facebook bio, instead of putting the website, I put with my clients, I put the bio directly to the landing page. So they'll click, and I also pin, their latest pin has a really great image, and I pin the link to the landing page. So when they get to the Twitter profile, they have a great cover talking about this offer. They have a bio also talking about the offer. They have a link, a Twitter, by the way, talking about changes every day, things change. So for the longest time, Twitter allowed you to put links in your bio. That is dead.
Really?
That died about this week, think about 5 or 6 days ago. So you can't put links in your bio. They don't work. You can put them there, but they don't click. So, you know, people would put shortened URLs, and that was a great place to put links because people really clicked on those. But now you can't. So use that to entice them to sign up, and put the sign up in the website instead of putting your homepage URL. Put the link to your website, to your landing page, and pin the link to your landing page also on your Pinterest. You can also link, you know, if you don't want to verify it for business, because, you know, the only link that Twitter gives you, if you don't have it verified for business, you can put it to a landing page on Pinterest. And also, you know, on every blog post, as I said, your website, every single blog post is an opportunity to get somebody to convert.
Okay, so you can put your business website on your Twitter profile. Is that correct still?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, you can, but you can't put it in the bio anymore. You can't shorten the URL and put it in the bio section, because I used to have like 2 links in the bio so that there would be more chances of people clicking and the place of the website.
Okay.
Now the bio, you can only put text, but you can pin still, and I would pin to the landing page, and you can link to the landing page from the web where it says website, put the landing page there. I would also test out on Twitter with your Twitter analytics, test out and find out which of your images has gotten the most traction, the most views, the most retweets, the most likes. That's the image that you should incorporate into your offer, because it's already been proven that that's what people like.
Awesome. So I gotta ask you this question: who in your mind is using social media correctly? Like, what I mean is engaging with their audience.
Who's using social media correctly? That's an interesting question. You know, I think that every business has different goals. So I may go to a certain Twitter profile and say, okay, this looks like something I would never do, but if it's working for them, you know, kudos. So there are people that I listen to some of what they say, but I don't exactly agree with their idea of how to use social, like on Twitter, for example. There's a big person who I've bought products, and, you know, she's pretty awesome, but she uses social oomph to recycle her tweets. And I thought, you know, that's not something that my audience, I don't think, would like to be constantly seeing the exact same tweet recycled every 30 days. That's just not something that I resonated with, because if I wouldn't want it done to me, I don't want it to my audience. So, but still, this person is successful and making a lot of money. So, success is a very abstract, subjective word. Are we talking about reaching money goals, or are we talking about actually, engaging with your audience and really getting people to, like you, know you, trust you? I think Rebecca Radis does a great job. She, in fact, let me put a link here in the, I don't know if you guys know about inbound.org. It's a place where marketers go and share their knowledge. So this is my Inbound profile. And on it, it says, what are your favorite blogs? A lot of them are SEO blogs, but there's also like Hootsuite and SEMrush. Like SEMrush is another, even though they're an SEO tool, I really like the fact that they engage with their audience a lot. So I think they're using social, even though they're an SEO company. Their social media is doing it the right way, because they're doing Twitter chats, they're giving great content. I mean, SEMrush is awesome, and it's an awesome tool also for you to spy on competitors, analyze your own website. There's a lot to SEMrush, but on my blogs that I read, it's on my profile on Inbound. That right there tells you who I think is pretty cool.
Yeah, that
Amy Porterfield is another person. Yeah, Jeff Bullis.
awesome. That is really awesome there. But getting back to what you're saying quickly, I mean, I agree with Rebecca Radis and SEM Rush. Because those, I mean, Rebecca Radis is awesome. I like what she always puts out, content, every day, and also with SEM Rush, like how you said, with the chats. I mean, there's really awesome there. The fact that they like, for example, when once upon a time when Blab was around, they're I guess the CEO, I believe, was in on the chats, and it was really cool to see. So that was really cool to see that they took the time out to engage with the audience, and then not to add on to that, they have their own Twitter chats as well.
Yeah, and there are people, that aren't in the SEO or social industry that are doing a great job on social. And the people that are doing a great job are creating fabulous images, because images are the way to go. You have to have great images. If you don't have like a graphic design eye, then you got to learn a little bit about graphic design principles. And there's so many free tools, and there's free websites with high quality images for you to use that are public domain, basically free for commercial use. So I'm going to just tell you guys a few. One would be pixabay.com. The other one would be unsplash.com. And the other one would be pexels.com. All three of them have a huge amount of high quality images for you to use, free for commercial use. Because things change all the time, and I am a prevention queen, I would screenshot the page where you get the image, screenshot the URL, the image, and where it says free for commercial use, I would screenshot that, keep that in a folder, back it up on your, on an external hard drive, because you never know what the future may bring. And if somebody says, oh, that image you're using, you don't have the rights to, you have a screenshot of them saying it was free for commercial use. So that'll cover your back and your business's back or your client's back, that you have that backed up. So don't just get I'm going to put the links in the sidebar here. Don't just get the image, also screenshot the URL of the exact image place and their terms saying, these are our terms, and so that nobody can sue you in the future, which has happened, unfortunately, to people because they didn't take this precaution.
Awesome. Well, three more questions. If you had the opportunity to spend one day with someone you admired, past or present, to learn from? Who would that person be?
About the industry, you mean?
It could be anything about the industry, about life.
Well, if I go into life, then we're not going to be talking about the industry. So I'm just going to say about the industry, right? It's going to be
Yeah.
completely irrelevant. So I'm putting the links here in the sidebar for Pixabay, Pexels, and Unsplash. So if I could spend a day picking somebody's brain, it would be Bill Slawski. Hands down, no doubt. That man is a genius, and he's super humble. And he's just one of the smartest guys I've ever seen, and humble and kind. So you unite an SEO who's so knowledgeable, so giving, and also humble. I'm a fan of Bill Slawski. He is SEObythesea.com. He talks a lot about patents, but I have learned so much about co-occurrence with him, and